It must have been about 7 or 8 a.m. We were doing some ground displacement. It's a drilling system. It was quite new for me. My boss said to me that we had to bring up the drilling rig. There was an upper level. We didn't think about anything else. We just started to drive up the drilling rig. The machine's rotary table was about 15 meters off the ground. So the center of gravity, well, there was just too much weight at the top. At the top of the ramp, the machine lifted up at the front. When it started to tilt, it tipped forward and fell over, ending up on its side. He hadn't told me, and that was the point of no return. It was up to me to say that we needed to dismantle the drilling bit, but we didn't do that, which was a mistake. There were several people around, including site foremen. There must have been 6 or 7 of us. If the drilling equipment hadn't been assembled, the rotary table could have been lower, of course. That's what caused the accident. It all happened so quickly. Once it starts to tilt, you're totally powerless. In fact, when I fell forwards, I held onto the control levers, and after that I fell against the windscreen. Once it was all over, that's when I became worried. When I climbed out of the cab, I saw that no one had been injured or killed. I was incredibly relieved. Someone up there must be looking out for me. There was a narrow street with a house on each side. The mast had crossed the main road as it fell, so it hit both houses, one on each side. Fortunately, the damage was only material, which is bad enough in itself. I escaped largely unscathed too. I had no physical injuries. I still took a few days sick leave, 3 days to get over the shock of the whole thing, because I wasn't sleeping very well. 3 or 4 days later, I was back in the machine. I felt a bit anxious, of course. I was really shaken up. Ever since the accident, I think about things more carefully. When I'm moving the drilling rig or something like that. Even now, just talking about it, it's painful. If someone is carrying out a maneuver next to me and I can see that it's dangerous, I'm going to step in and say to them, listen, you can't do it like that. Even if my boss one day tells me to do something because he's in a hurry, I know that I'm able to say, no, stop. You have to do things properly to avoid accidents like these. My advice to all machine operators who drive large machinery like this would be, before doing something dangerous, if there's a team, everyone has to think about what they're doing a bit. You need to think before you act. That's my message for everyone in that situation.